isn't going to take very long because unlike this young lady here and your other speakers, I'm shallow. I have no depth of experience. If it's not fun, I'm not doing it. Yay. Yeah. Yay! It should be fun. It absolutely should be fun. I've been playing with the Aura camera since about 1989, where I used to read at fairs, and the former owner of the Sacred Productions show kept telling me I had to work with the Aura camera, and I kept saying, no, I'm a reader. I can't do that. And then one day he took my booth away from me, never to give it back to me again, and he made me start working with the camera. And it has been a joy in my life, a miracle in my life since. And also, if you guys want to know the best reader I've ever met in my life, is that little weaselly guy back there. That little shrimp back there. It would astound people at fairs. He doesn't do it anymore. But way back then, all these beautiful girls would crowd around him, and he would name names. He would name dates. He was incredible. So you can be a psychic and do this, but it's actually much easier if you don't do it on a psychic level. And I stopped doing that a long time ago. And as a matter of fact, Guy talks about doing TV work and radio work. Right now, there's almost a stoppage with a lot of the radio stations and TV stations. They won't use psychics. They limit psychics to people maybe they know and they've had personal experiences with. So it's really hard to break through if you're a psychic. But with the Aura camera and the other equipment, I just do personality readings, so I can go on and have great fun with the radio host or the TV host, and everybody ends up laughing. And that's what happens at our booth. If we're not having fun, then it's not worth it, because you learn through fun. You learn through laughter. You learn through that joy. Okay, and now, who was after her? All right, Miss Pink, stand up. Do you think she's going to have pink in her aura? A lot of times we are in vibration. We choose the colors we're in vibration with.
Pink and orange.
Pink and orange? What do you guys feel?
Lavender.
Lavender? I want to hear something from everybody, or at least get a color in your mind.
Pale blue.
Okay.
Pink.
Oh! She's a healer.
Healer?
Look at all that orange. For me, that's a physical healer. That's someone with really powerful hands.
Well, Sandy, tell me, how did you get involved in this?
Well, I used to read at the little shows that we would do in Sacramento, and we have a little group called Sacred Productions that actually goes around Northern and Southern California. So I used to read at the shows, and the owner of the show kept saying, I really want you to work with this camera. His best friend is the man that invented this level of technology, Guy Coggins. So he kept saying, I want you to work with the camera. Your personality is just right for it. And I kept saying, oh, no, I'm sorry, I'm a psychic reader. No, I wouldn't, it's beneath me. And one day he took my booth away from me, and he forced me to read with the camera, and I've never gone back since.
Wow.
It's just wonderful. It's a great tool. People really hear you more. You can go right to the core of what a problem is or what you see, and people understand so much more than they would in an hour reading.
More.
That's right. Thank you, Marianne. Here with Sandy DuVeau, and Sandy is going to be demonstrating the AuraCam at the Evolving Times Expo coming up, right?
Exactly. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday of this weekend.
Now, we've done this. We did this last year. We're going to be comparing our photos, and I just had my photo taken here just this morning, okay? And you're going to explain what this shows about my aura. What does this show about me right now? What colors, first of all, do we see?
Well, we're seeing blues and greens and violets. Interestingly enough, you're a very ethical man. You've got a very strong sense of right and wrong. great fantasy life.
A fantasy life.
Great, he has
Where is
terrific.
that? Where is that? Is that the violet?
That's the violet.
Oh, okay.
That's also part of the ethics too.
Right.
It's a spiritual color, but if a person has a lot of violet, sometimes they get overwhelmed by their fantasies.
Oh, okay.
And they have great ideas, but they can't always implement them, make them work.
Right.
You're a great communicator. That's part of the blue we're looking at.
The blue?
And that's also imagination. Have you written?
Well, I used to, yeah.
And I think that is going to be something you're going to do more of in the future, too.
Okay.
And joins us now with a look at auras and chakras. Are they different?
I guess they are, auras and chakras. This is Sandy DuVeau. She's an aura expert, and she's going to be at the psychic fair we're going to tell you about in a few minutes. Hi, welcome.
Hello,
Good to have you here.
I'm delighted.
You've got your aura, you've got your chakra. What's the difference? What do they do?
Chakras. Chakras are the energy points that run the body. And each chakra means something. The crown, the third eye, which runs the brain, the throat, the heart, the solar plexus. This actually runs the body right here.
So if one of these is...
You've got this camera. You're talking about the psychic fair, an unusual looking camera that has taken photos of all of us here this morning, but they're kind of weird looking, like out of focus Polaroids. What is this?
Well, they are Polaroids. They're not out of focus. This is a biofeedback camera, and what it's doing is reading the electricity field around your body. And it's a little $10,000 toy, and you put your hand on that plate. Everybody remembers putting their hand on the plate. That plate is a computer, and it's actually reading the heat and then translating all of that heat into the colors.
Did you say electricity field around our body?
Yeah, the electrical field.
Let's see, if Gray Davis could have figured out how to turn that into somehow solve the energy problem, we would have been set.